Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Channel 3 is your election authority as we wait to see who will win the presidential election. Right now, all eyes are on a handful of swing states that will ultimately decide who will spend the next 4 years in the White House. At this moment, Joe Biden is in the lead, but 5 states are still too close to call. And they're busy counting votes right now as quickly as they can. And once state officials have a winner, we will be sure to let you know. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at 7 o'clock. I'm Nicole Nalepa. Now let's head to Washington, D.C., where Channel 3's Laura Podesta has more on what's next in the race for the White House.
Supporters of President Trump gathered outside a vote counting center in Maricopa County.
We're not trying to break in. We just like to watch you count the ballots.
The president trails former Vice President Joe Biden in Arizona, but there are still votes left to be counted. In Detroit, Trump supporters demanded Michigan officials stop working. The president had a lead on election night, but CBS News projects Biden won the state after legally cast mail-in ballots were added to the total.
And we are here to defend the right to vote.
Activists around the country marched through the streets yesterday.
It's our right to vote. All the votes must be counted for.
The Trump campaign is launching legal challenges in several states.
We're going to win Pennsylvania, but they're trying to cheat us out of it.
The president holds slim leads in both Pennsylvania and Georgia, but the remaining ballots, all cast on or before Election Day, come from Democratic-leaning areas.
In Pennsylvania, every vote is going to count.
CBS News projects that former Vice President Joe Biden is the presumptive winner in Wisconsin, but that lead is small enough that the Trump campaign is expected to ask for a recount.
We believe we will be the winners.
Speaking in Delaware, the former vice president looked past the election.
It'll be time for us to do what we've always done as Americans, to unite, to heal, to come together as a nation.
In addition to Arizona, Nevada is also leaning toward Biden. And with electoral votes from those 2 states, he would be right at the 270 needed to win. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Washington.
So as we wait to find out who will be our next president, we're closely looking at the pivotal role that mail-in ballots are playing in this election. Those absentee ballots appear to be the difference in Wisconsin and Michigan, where Biden came from behind to beat President Trump. An estimated 64 million Americans cast their ballots via mail this year because of the pandemic. The president is casting doubts on the counting process. But an associate dean at Quinnipiac says it's normal that counting takes longer because ballots are still coming in.
This is labor intensive. It's decentralized. It's happening in many individual schools and churches and town halls all over the country.
The president has filed lawsuits in Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Michigan. Today, advocates will be rallying to ensure that everyone has equal access to a ballot. Senators Chris Murphy and Richard Blumenthal will be talking about why early and mail-in voting is so important. They'll be speaking at noon in Hartford.
Are we going to make sure that every vote is counted? Let's make sure.
And as you see there, a crowd rallied at the state capitol yesterday to support poll workers who are counting votes all over the country. These demonstrations are playing out across the nation. Voters there say they're demanding that the president honor the election process. Connecticut as a whole is solidly blue after a big night for Democrats. Incumbents swept all 5 U.S. House seats in our state. Yesterday, Jahana Hayes celebrated after winning the closest race of them all in the 5th Congressional District. Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro and Congressmen John Larson, Jim Himes, and Joe Courtney will all be returning to Washington. Connecticut State House Democrats now have a supermajority. 7 seats flipped blue this election, giving House Democrats a bigger edge over House Republicans. They still plan to work together, though, as we face some challenging months ahead.
No matter the craziness you see down in Washington and the dysfunction, that's not Connecticut.
We have a trust relationship we established, and we're going to carry that relationship into this next session.
The future Republican House leader is concerned about how Democrats will handle the state budget.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's 7:04. Well, let's take you out and show you our Channel 3 early warning radar. It is scanning dry, and that's the way it's going to stay for days. What a beautiful start it was this morning. The sun is coming up, and we've got just some really lovely weather. Now, the typical overnight low is about 36. Well, it was 56 in Groton this morning, so there were some cooler temperatures out there, don't get me wrong. We were in the upper 30s in parts of northwest and northeast Connecticut, but generally in the mid to upper 40s with a couple of low 50s along the shoreline. 56 is the normal high for this time of year, and we're going to go way above that into the upper 60s. 57, I mean, look at the numbers. 57 in Groton, that is 1 degree above the normal high. And it's, again, 7:05 in the morning. Winstead at 37, a little bit cooler there. Hartford coming in at 49 and New Haven at 46 degrees. So it is a little bit delightful out there this morning. Yeah, all right, a lot delightful. Satellite and radar confirms there's not a lot going on right now. A little bit of cloud coverage along the shoreline. You're seeing that materialize, and especially in southeast Connecticut. But as I widen out the shot, high pressure reigns supreme. Maybe a couple of clouds later on this afternoon, but that's about it. Beautiful in Hartford right now, right? Take a look at the sunrise there. That's gorgeous. And we'll take you to Waterbury right now, where we've got clear skies there in Waterbury. Beautiful. All right, here are some more numbers for you. 40 is one of the coolest spots in Meriden, one of the warmest spots. 57 in Groton. That's quite a bit of a spread there, 40 to 57. But everybody just needs a light jacket this morning, and by later on this afternoon, maybe a sweatshirt, maybe just a long sleeve shirt, as the temperatures are going to be moving into the mid 60s, if not the upper 60s. The winds are out of the southwest for the most part, 5 to 8 miles an hour, not too substantial. So here are your headlines. Mostly clear and mild to start, mostly sunny skies during the day today, and it's going to be a warmer day today than it was yesterday. Here's the early warning futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today, showing us an hour-by-hour depiction of not a lot going on. We'll welcome in some clouds, maybe at 5, a couple of clouds, and then overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, there could be some clouds around, but then that gives way to mostly sunny skies during the day tomorrow, and that leads us into a really nice weekend. Mostly sunny today, quite pleasant. Sun was up at 6:29, sets at 4:39. I know it's nice and early, but you're going to see abundant sunshine during the day today. Partly cloudy tonight, another mild night with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. 50 along the shoreline, 51 in Bridgeport, New London. Those are good numbers, right, for sleeping. I'm not even putting the heat on. Look at these numbers, 72, 74, Saturday and Sunday, 74 degrees. Overnight lows, no frost expected. And then Monday and Tuesday, 73 and 72. And then rain is expected on Wednesday. And here come your shoreline highs. Those are pretty equivalent to where we're headed inland, just a couple of degrees cooler, but bright golden sunshine today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, you will feature some increasing clouds, and then again, rain is expected on Wednesday. That's going to be the result of a cold front that'll pass through and bring us some much needed rain. We're about 10 inches shy for the year in inland Connecticut. All right, that's a check of your early warning forecast. I'm meteorologist Scott Haney. I'm wishing you all a great and safe and healthy day. Nicole, back to you.
How can we not have a great day looking at those temperatures? But unfortunately, we turn now to the latest on the coronavirus in our state, and it doesn't tell a great picture. Numbers from the governor's office show our positivity rate still remains at levels we haven't seen since June. It is now at 4.2%. Hospitalizations are now at 374, and we know that 11 more people have died. Tomorrow, new reopening restrictions go into effect here in Connecticut. The state says large, previously planned private events, such as weddings, can still take place under the original guidelines, but only for this weekend. The new Phase 2.1 guidelines restrict capacity at event venues, both indoors and outdoors. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Thursday morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. And now more than ever, you're really going to want to keep that app handy. We'll send you any push notifications for any updates on the election results. Have a great day, everyone. Stay healthy, stay positive, be patient.